Sheryl Swoopes is making waves once more with bold claims about the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell. But this time, Lexie Hull isn't staying silent. From allegations of locker room strife to suggestions that Mitchell's contributions were overlooked, Swoopes' narrative has raised eyebrows, but does it hold water? Stick around as we dive into the truth behind these claims, unravel the real story of team unity, and explore how Hull's response sets the record straight once and for all.
Personally, here's where I think they didn't do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, who's an unrestricted free agent, because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season this season, and I don't think she got the credit that she deserved.
Sheryl Swoopes is at it again, stirring up drama with unfounded claims about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. This time, however, Lexie Hull has decided enough is enough. For months, Swoopes, a so-called basketball legend, has been spreading sensational accusations about the team. But now, Hull, pushing back against the rumors and setting the record straight. So, what did Swoopes allege this time? Her usual bag of tricks, rumors of locker room chaos, insinuations about Kelsey Mitchell being undervalued, and veiled hints that Christie's side's departure wasn't handled professionally. But before further proceeding in video, please make sure to subscribe because we need your support.
I think Christie did as good of a job as she could have. Managing all of the craziness, all of the Caitlin mania, all of the hype, all of the media. It was just so much that came with that.
You might wonder why someone like Swoopes, a Hall of Famer with an impressive resume, continues to chase headlines with such outlandish claims. Is it envy? Or perhaps a desperate attempt to remain in the spotlight? Either way, Lexie Hull is done staying quiet. She's here to reveal the truth about playing alongside Caitlin Clark. Spoiler, it's nothing like the messy narrative Swoopes is pushing. While her words might grab attention, they fall apart under scrutiny. From heartwarming anecdotes to hilarious team moments, Hull's response dismantles Swoopes' shaky storyline piece by piece. Get ready for a story that proves unity, teamwork, and resilience will always overshadow gossip and drama.
That players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like,
This isn't the first time Sheryl Swoopes has tried to stir the pot with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Remember her bold claims that Clark's game wouldn't translate to the WNBA? Or when she predicted Clark's rookie season would be underwhelming? Spoiler, Clark shattered those predictions, delivering record-breaking performances and earning accolades that silenced her critics. But Swoopes didn't stop there. Earlier this year, she hinted at supposed locker room toxicity within the Fever, even suggesting some players didn't want Clark on the team. The problem? These allegations were based on social media whispers, not concrete evidence.
What kind of things do you say?
I'm not in the locker room.
Okay, but just,
I'm talking about more social media.
Okay.
When Swoopes couldn't back up her claims, fans and analysts were quick to call her out. Respected figures like Nancy Lieberman and Stephen A. Smith openly criticized her speculative approach, highlighting the glaring lack of credibility in her so-called insider knowledge.
She got upset with me on the phone, and I was like, Sheryl, you know, I'm not doing anything to hurt you. I'm just sharing. We're talking. And so our relationship it pretty much is not happening at this point.
And let's not forget Swoopes' peculiar critique of Clark's NCAA scoring record. She implied that an additional year of college eligibility somehow invalidated Clark's achievements. Yet again, the facts didn't support her claims. Clark played the same number of seasons as her peers, rendering Swoopes' argument baseless. It seems Swoopes has made a habit of doubting Clark, only to have her assertions crumble under scrutiny each time.
And I called her as a friend, and I said, you know, you can say whatever you want, you can have your own opinion about anybody, but you do have to get the statistics right. I mean, facts matter. And if you just get ahead of this and just say, hey, I made a mistake on my numbers, then this thing is over and everybody respects you for your opinion.
So, why does she persist with these narratives? Perhaps it's an attempt to stay relevant in a league celebrating new talent. Or maybe it's a penchant for creating drama. Either way, her credibility is wearing thin. Fans are growing weary of her baseless stories, and this time she's gone further, targeting not only Caitlin Clark but also Kelsey Mitchell and former coach Christie's sides. Enter Lexie Hull, who's had enough of the noise. She steps up to dismantle Swoopes' latest claims, starting with the supposed neglect of Kelsey Mitchell.
Because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season this season, and I don't think she got the credit that she deserved.
In her recent podcast, Swoopes alleged that the Indiana Fever failed to appreciate Mitchell's contributions. If you took her word for it, you'd believe Mitchell was overlooked and undervalued. But reality paints a starkly different picture. Team president Kelly Krauskopf has consistently praised Mitchell as a cornerstone of the Fever, emphasizing her critical role in the team's present and future. Statements like, "Kelsey's impact on this team is irreplaceable, and her leadership sets the standard," hardly align with Swoopes' narrative, do they?
That's not unusual, and it certainly doesn't change our opinion of how important Kelsey is and how important, she is to returning to this team. So that she's our number one priority.
It's not just management expressing admiration for Mitchell. She herself has spoken about the gratitude she feels toward the organization and her teammates, describing their ability to block out external noise. Mitchell has also highlighted her on-court chemistry with Clark, sharing moments where Clark's assists set her up for game-changing plays. This mutual support is far from the discord Swoopes described. Moreover, analysts have pointed out that Mitchell's performance improved this season, thanks to Clark's assist-heavy style creating more scoring opportunities for her.
About Caitlin. You don't know where those passes are going.
No,
Yo,
it's going to go to where she thinks you're going to score from. She's like a football.
Quarterback.
She's passing you into her round.
Peyton Manning. Indianapolis' finest.
So, why would Swoopes spin such a tale? It appears to be another attempt to sow division, but this time Lexie Hull isn't standing by. Hull has spoken out, emphasizing the Fever's unity and mutual respect. She's shared behind-the-scenes glimpses of the team's camaraderie, from lighthearted banter at practice to team outings that strengthen bonds. Hull's account reveals a group that thrives on collaboration, not conflict. Whether it's team dinners, golf outings, or yoga sessions, the Fever exemplify a culture of encouragement and support. This isn't just a basketball team, it's a family.
She'll just throw out comments that are just funny. Like, no one else is saying it but Caitlin. She sees the game at a bigger scale, obviously with the platform that she's created for herself, and then that's transitioned to the game. It's huge. And I think, like, for me, especially as a point guard and as someone that's delivering a lot of the passes that lead to shots, like, if I miss, she's definitely going to say, like, you got the next one. Like, I can count on her for keeping me, like, confident and positive. So yeah, I think that shows the player that she is and the leader she is as a point guard.
Lexie Hull, known for her determination on the court, typically avoids addressing off-court drama. But when Swoopes' claims crossed the line, Hull decided to speak up. Drawing on her first-hand experience, she described the Fever's atmosphere as one of support and laughter, with intense yet enjoyable practices. One memorable story involved Caitlin Clark's humor lifting the team's spirits during a challenging practice, showcasing the strong morale within the group. Hull highlighted how the Fever's culture of encouragement helped her regain confidence after tough moments, crediting Clark's leadership for fostering an environment where everyone could succeed.
There was one practice, Christy turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this loud music, and Caitlin screams, she's like, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." And everyone's like, what? And Christy reacted and said, "What did you say?" And she repeated it. And all of us were just we were all dying, because if I would have said that, if anyone on our team would have said that and then been asked, "What did you say?" and you repeat it, no one else is repeating it, but she did. And it was the funniest thing. We're all rolling on the ground laughing.
Hull also provided a closer look at the Fever's dynamics, sharing stories of spontaneous team-building activities like dinners and yoga sessions. These weren't just for show, but genuine expressions of their bond, even after tough losses. The team leaned on each other as friends with a shared goal. Hull's candid perspective earned praise from fans and analysts alike, further exposing the gap between Swoopes' claims and the reality of the Fever's unity.
It's hard. Like, it's easy to say, like, yeah, don't read it, but everybody does a little bit. And I think it's having like that support system to help keep you on track. The biggest thing is finding people to kind of get you out of that cycle and get you to thinking about the positive things you did, even though a lot of times people online aren't talking about the positive things. All of these people were supporting me this whole time, and I didn't know that they were supporting me until that moment. So like, you kind of forget that there's these people behind the scenes until they come out of the woodwork and say like, I've been following along this whole time. Like, I'm so proud of you. And that just feels so good to know that there's, you know, such a community behind everybody on our team, even when you don't hear it every day.
When Swoopes turned her criticism to former head coach Christy Sides, she alleged Sides was unfairly dismissed, suggesting internal dysfunction. Yet again, her claims appear to be more fiction than fact. During her tenure, Sides was praised for her dedication and efforts to guide the team.
I can't say anything bad about the job that Christy Sides and her staff did. I mean, she did everything she was hired to do and then some, you know, through tough, a tough first year of Caitlin and all the attention and everything that went with that. I mean, I give them a lot of credit.
As Lexie Hull's insightful and heartfelt comments reveal, the Indiana Fever is a team built on unity, respect, and camaraderie. Whether it's the synergy between Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell or the unwavering support from the coaching staff, the real story is one of collaboration and resilience. Sheryl Swoopes' claims may grab headlines, but they don't stand up to the facts. Let this be a reminder that the truth always outshines gossip. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.